Alright, well, Warsim, the realm of Aslona. I Okay, well, that's a little bit loud, but anyhow. This is a game by Hugh Millward, I guess, up there, as you can see. I was basically asked to basically do a quick video for this game and show it off a little bit, so I figured why not. You'll note, by the way, that it is essentially it's basically a simulator, honestly, but you'll notice that it's using ASCII, for example. Anyways, just trying to show it off a little bit. Let's go back here. We're going to start a new game. I got random races, let the world be random, select the races, choose the people who occupy the Arc Kingdoms and stuff like that. Complete custom game and stuff. Let's do that, then we'll see what it's all about. So basically you can choose the Demon Horde settings, the star scenario and stuff like that. Basically there's like a whole lot of game here. I'm not going to try and explain everything else because I don't know everything specifically, but let's see here, choose the star scenario. So by default, the game randomly chooses to start for you. Choose one of the below, but be warned, some offer vastly altered experiences to each other. So you're the heir to the throne, your father was killed by assassins, you're the heir to the throne. You're the heir to the throne, son of the Mad King. You're a wealthy gambler who won the kingdom through a bet. You're a bandit king who seized Aslona with your army of bandits. You're a demon worshipper, puppet of the demon overlord, or leave it to fate, whatever. You know what, let's just say that I seized the kingdom. So, active. Basically, we seized the kingdom of Aslona with our army of bandits, and now it's ours. Alright, let's see here. I can go into adventure group quantity, so please enter the number of adventure groups you would like to be spawned at the start of the game. Currently, there will be 10 groups spawned. 10 is the default, but you can have as many or as few as you want. Please enter the number below. So, let's just say we had like 8 there, for example. We can choose the races, so set this to active if you would like to select the 5 races of the independent nations that will occupy the world. Leave it inactive if you wish to leave the world to chance. So you basically can choose what your race is here. So we'll make that active. You can choose a level of exploration. So set this to active if you want to not if you would not like to explore or to discover the surrounding regions of the land. From game start, all locations will be unlocked. So basically, if you're like a dwarf fortress type of expert, you can have more like explore world or an unexplored world, basically. So that sort of thing, I guess. We'll keep that on, I think, for now. I'm not going to worry about, that stuff. And there's the demon hordes. By default, the demon hordes sit dormant in the background and appear late in the game. Please choose if you like to fully disable the horde, keep it as normal, or have it present right from the start of the game. So you have the demon spaces doing stuff or whatever. Start off weak or whatever. We're just going to leave it be. Alright, let's get going, I guess. So, continue. So, as you can see, there's a bunch of races that you can basically play with. You have the men, the Cthulhu, mutants, druids, centaurs twice apparently, orcs, cyclops, demigods, demons, draconians, dryads, dwarves, elves, faun, fuchsias, fiends, ghouls, giants, gnomes, goblins, dogs, gremlins, half-giants, halflings, hobgoblins, implings, imps, kappas, kobolds, lizardmen, magi, magogs, mermen, minotaurs, minotaurs, naga, necromancers, ogres, orclings, orcs, satyrs, sorcerers, tritons, trolls, trolls, vampires, warlocks, troglodytes, wizards, folk, snutlings, liches, corpse lords, elders, asphaci. I have no idea what those are, but they're going into my game for sure. Zombies, ghosts, bogeymen, ents, treemen, mushroom men, golems, harpies, oracles, pyromancers, aquamancers, aeromancers, lavamancers, terramancers, hydromancers, goblins, half-demons, abominations, scions, underlings, grumpins, espanti, protofolk, and scareoaks. So lots of races you can basically have. So let's see here. I want to basically have the ASCII go in. So 57, and let's have the half demons pop in, perhaps. We'll have the ski rocks. We'll have the kobolds, and all the non-human game here. We'll have demigods pop in. Alright, so casual, it's going to be hard to lose. Easy stuff, lots of land, troops, and gold. You have a standard start, you can strap for resources, you can be only one land and very few troops. And insane is basically screwed. Well, that's good now. You know what, let's just make it solid difficulty. I don't really care what the difficulty is going to be like, so let's just go on from there. You are the ruler of the city of Aslona, once the eye of a great kingdom of the same name, not a little more than an independent city. The rebellion of Faraldale, the Kingslayer, rests on your doorstep, and the hordes of the countless bandit kings encircle your land, waiting for your moment to strike. The world is vast and complex. There is much to see and do, and little time to waste, from the fabled ancient lands to the blood-soaked arena. These lands call to unite under the flag of Aslona. Alright, so it's going to load up the game. Here's a nice little ASCII loading screen there. So you're drawing independent kingdom. Rejecting a bunch of races, because you know you have to reject a bunch of races. I assume it's basically being like thrown in by random, I guess, but whatever. Why don't just go from the bunch you selected, but but whatever. So this is very reminiscent of like, Dwarf Fortress, I guess, in some ways, because basically have like a game that's not a roguelike, but it's basically, being like shown in ASCII characters and stuff like that. Alright, the world is full of mystery and wonder. There are many peoples in this world. They are men, light Asfaki, bogwind, half-demons, nomadics, Garoks, lunar kobolds, shamanistic demigods, and goblins and demons of the Sovereign Gate. Press any key to continue. You are invited to the royal crowning ceremony. Alright, go to the ceremony. You enter your throne room for the first time as the ruler of Aslona. Crowds of people gather to see their new king. As you take a moment to observe the room, the High General of Aslona approaches. Goran Pickener, I hope you are well, my lord. I shall crown you as the one true king of Aslona. You gained this title by combat as your bandit army fought into the capital and killed our previous king. You rule now surrounded by foes, but I not one of them. Okay, good to know. I crown you as the king of Aslona. Long may you reign. My king, now that you are crowned, you may speak to the old Kroll if you wish, for any tutoring on matters of the realm. If you're unsure of what to do, I would highly recommend it, though if you'd like to discuss it later, you may do so by returning to the throne room. Well, let's speak to the old Kroll, I guess. Alright, so welcome, my lord. And notice by the way, the face up here is basically changing based on who I'm talking to. Welcome, my lord. About what do you wish to learn? So you can have recruitment in military, recruitment in high council, diplomacy, laws, buildings in the kingdom, the throne room, the arena, military action. There's basically lots of stuff to learn, right? So, on the military side, you can aim to recruit peasants, soldiers, and knights through there, or many other troops available to you. The peasants are basically weakest units with a battle score of 50. Soldiers have a battle score of 100. Knights are far superior with a battle score of 150. These are troops which you are both which you use offensively and defensively, so you must caution in how many you send away from the kingdom. So I'll note by the way that they don't have like offense or defense scores, these guys, but whatever. There are many other types of troops available. The most easily accessible of which are fruit mercenary companies, who can be comprised of specially trained units that make them first in combat. You can gain a regular supply of troops from vassal nations, which will supply you with various levels of their troops. Alternatively, you can request military support from any nation you're friends with. The troops provided will be of the nation you receive from, or be it orc, goblins, witches, and so forth. If you were a king that was not afraid of the acolyte, there are also demons and other nefarious creatures you could try to enlist in your army. These creatures are valiant fighters, rivaled only by champions. These champions, great heroes of the lands, are usually found in an arena and would make a fearsome addition to your army. You can send all of these units out on raids, skirmishes, and invasions to bolster the fighting power of your army. So basically, you're like, ruler, and you do ruler stuff. Alright, and then there's like, high council and stuff. We'll go into there. There are three major roles within the kingdom: the head diplomat, the spy master, and the high general. If you call a meeting of the High Council, all three can give you advice on matters of the state. The head diplomat handles relationships with their kingdoms, and some skilled diplomats can even broker deals with heathens and goblins. The diplomat can broker peace, lucrative trade deals, and alliances. And alliance allows you to make money from troops by loaning them out. So if I want to, that's like how I can make money in this game, loaning my troops out. The spy master can scout battles for you and provide helpful advice on the possible outcome. Skilled spy masters can also help you keep informed and recruitment performed by other nations, and the in-depth results of battles between our factions. The general oversees the troops and coordinates your raiding and invasions, as well as giving you advice on possible military strategies for governments. He also gives you advice on troops and helps you change wages and view in-depth military reports. So basically got 3 guides, one's for espionage, one's for diplomacy, and one's guides for your military management stuff. Alright, let's just exit. You've seen enough of that already. So now we're basically in our kingdom menu. We can basically do stuff. The one bad thing about turning off my music is that, you know, it basically turned off the music, but whatever. But let's see if I can actually change that right now. So I can enable music. Alright. There's the music once again. Okay, so that's probably bad to know. If you exit, you basically exit every game. Well, that's something I know about, but whatever. Alright, well, annoying. How do I get back into my game? Alright, just press exit. Okay, so that's kind of confusing there. To the developer of this game, probably want to make it so you exit actually says return a game instead of exit, but whatever. And it'd also be nice if like the music like had sliders and stuff like that, but I guess it's ASCII, so that might be asking too much. Alright, so up here basically you got, you know, information about your kingdom. There's public opinion, there's lands, men, gold. Alright, so basically let's recruit yourself some troops, I guess. So basically you can hire peasants from the local militias for 28 gold, hire soldiers, hire knights and stuff like that. All bandits are free men under your rule, there are none imprisoned, and the local goblin slaver is currently out of goblins. So I have a little bit of money, we can buy a few guys if we want to. Let's buy 5 peasants, so we'll hire some peasants. The local mission master is brought before you. He offers you up to 41 of his men, at 28 per head. You can afford 8 of them. You currently have 50% in the ranks, so let's buy 5 peasants. We'll hire a soldier perhaps. The local guildmaster is brought before you. He offers you up to 50 of his men at 50 gold per head. And you can afford 2 of them. You currently have 12 soldiers in your ranks, so you can buy 2, you know, 1 soldier perhaps. So you can see up here that I now got all these men, gold and stuff like that. If I want to, I can go like to mercenary companies. So basically, you can see what these guys are all like: the youthful lost spirits, the sand dust blades, the blessed fellowship, the distinguished mercenaries, and stuff like that. They all do stuff. So you can go like, you know, here. Youthful lost spirits. Drassel heads here as the leader. They have that many men. They have a total length of 1. Their attack rate is 3 attacks per year. This group is currently available for hire. However, it charges like, you know, a lot of gold per few invasion to cover the risk involved. You can hire them permanently. You can hire for 1 attack. You can assess their, you know, abilities. You're about to get the leader. So there's like the leader. Leader stats is 85. The youthful lost spirits seem to be made up of rejects and weaklings. An embarrassing sight. Alright, so there's a little bit about mercenaries. So there's lots of options basically you can do in this game. So the old Cole is my HUD diplomat apparently. High General is basically Norin Pickender. I don't have a spy master yet apparently, so that's what you probably fix right away. Let's see here, let's go to spy master. 3 potential spy masters sent to your court. You may speak to each of them, learn of their skills and talents. So we got Alaren Sansarin, Armo the Bulldog, and Olo the Darvaxen. So let's go talk to Olo here, I guess. Greetings, my name is Olo Darvaxen. I am a master of the realm of spying. Please hire me. It is profiled by ancient texts. I demand pay of a lot of gold per season, so pretty expensive. Got Armo here. Greetings, my name is Armo the Bulldog. I once discovered that the king's son had been replaced by an evil wizard. It made for quite awkward feast. I will serve you as loyally as I can. I request 95 gold per season, so pretty cheap. And we got Laren. I am highly regarded by kings and queens of the realms for my work. It would stand highly upon my honor and the honor of my family to serve you. I expect to pay, you know, that much money per season. So there you go, a little bit about their money and stuff. There you get like the court dressers if you want to. So there's like this guy. I'm Norward, the mercenary captain. I'm a good fool and I specialize in non-orc jokes. I have references by an ogre in my parchment. I beg for payment of, you know, this much money, blah blah. So you get the idea, it's like different, you know, guys you can speak to. And there's like, you know, the old troll who's a diplomat here. He's basically got a diplomat skill of 50. He's got diplomat motivation of 50. You can train him to do a little better. You can auto-train a diplomat, like, you know, once per year. You can get some information from him. Let's get some faction relations, for example. So you can view the banned factions, the rail factions, the corrupt faction, all the other type of factions. And, you know, basically get a little bit of ideas about what's going on in the world. So, banned faction. So, right now, the relationship banned is 100. The rebels are apparently negative 17, Crust negative 17. All of these guys probably don't like me because I'm probably a bandit leader, so they don't like me. But bandits like me, because, you know, bandits are awesome. Or wait, that's to themselves. Okay, so bandits like themselves a lot, but they're 0 to me. If I just look at the rebels, I guess. The rebels don't like bandits. They do like rebels still. They like the Krut, they like Iraq. They don't like us. If I just look at, say, the high loss community of Factions Kingdom. So these guys apparently don't like bandits. They like rebels a little bit, Krut a little bit, Iraq a little bit. They like themselves a lot. They're neutral to me, etc., etc. Alright, good to know. Lots of information. We'll keep them around for now. There's the High General up here. You can see his skill of wages. I can train him and do stuff like that. So I can ask him to hide dead factions or hide my band groups and independent kingdoms and stuff like that. Blah blah blah. Alright, well, I gotta start making some money, I guess. I've only got so much, and I have to pay, you know, for my guys at some point. So you can arrange some diplomacy to see, like, you know, try to get some, you know, stuff going on. Your head diplomat, Old Crow, appears before you and bows. You can discuss possible diplomatic moves and actions with your neighbors. So you can, like, you know, talk to a band of horde and stuff like that. So let's talk to a band of hordes, I guess. The band of hordes apparently is called Defender's Band Horde. Their overlord is Fenner, of course. He's got a lot of men and a lot of gold. I got truce of him, apparently. I can bribe him to disband. And about the other stuff here, I guess. The band horde originally was a small group of bandits. As time went on, the group proved to be most ruthless. And there were none among them more ruthless than Fenner. Fenner's gang destroyed, enslaved, and united their way to having the biggest bandit gang in the realm. And soon they became a very big problem for civilization. Alright, so there's like this guy as well. Fenner originally began as a street tough. As a boy, he was often fighting, and when he grew up, he took up the new level. Fighting became killing, and killing became nothing. Fenner was a monster. One day, he marched to the cabin of the man who led the biggest bandit gang in the region, carved his eyes out, and declared himself king of all the outlaws. It wasn't long before his declaration became reality. There's a little bit about him. You know, talk to like the other stuff, I guess. So we're not apparently skilled enough to talk to minor bandits or goblin clans, but let's go talk to the Krut, I guess. Alright, so here's the king of Krut. The king of Krut was one of the two largest goblin clans of the land, rival to the kingdom of Uruk, and vast in number. They are known for their tribal nature. And we got Urat, I guess. The king of Iraq was one of the two largest goblin clans of the land, rival to the king of Krut, and vast in number. They are known for their tribal nature, blah blah. So basically there's two, like, you know, two goblins, both tribal. They do that type of stuff. What do the rebels say? So rebels apparently are raiding me. They are doing stuff. The rebellion is considered the true Aslona, fighting against your rule. As a bandit usurper, they will not rest until you are dethroned and true blood of Aslona can resume power. So basically, because, you know, I took power from, you know, the kingdom, these guys are now very mad at me, I guess. Pharaoh the Kingslayer was the noble prince of Aslona, nephew to the king you killed. He names you as a usurper and will not rest until you are no more, and has vengeance for his uncle's death. So, alright, looks like I'm in quite a bit of a pickle apparently, because this guy really doesn't like me. Well, that's good to know. Go look at adventure groups, by the way, so there's a bunch of adventures down here. Let's go look at these guys. So here is Bogzerga the Reborn. And apparently their race is Lunar Kobolds. They've 0 kills and stuff. Though that's their goal apparently. So, Boxer was banned, our adventure group led by Boxer Reborn. Their origin is unknown, but they are known to be made of free lunar kobolds, and are dedicated to killing as many living things as possible. Alright, well that's all that stuff there. Alright, so we basically do stuff. Let's use our throne room, I guess, at this point. Alright, one moment, just... I'll note by the way that I'm actually doing this at night at this point. If you've actually seen the clock down here, it was actually a little bit over midnight, so people are actually sleeping, but whatever. You enter the throne room and rest on the throne. You are told that there are currently 14 people waiting to see you. So, because you're a king, you have to actually see people, by the way, so... You tell your guards to no longer see visitors, you can tell the guards to keep out the rabble, and all this other stuff. But, alright, let's just start talking to people, I guess. You are visited by a traveling jester who says he wishes to tell you a joke. Okay, I'll listen to a joke. What do you get when you cross the helm with a cloak? A watchdog. Okay. He seems to be awaiting a response to the joke. That was a good joke. That joke was terrible. That was a good enough joke to be paid. And that joke was so bad to dungeon with him. Well, I guess that's fine. That was a good joke. The man thanks you and leaves happy. Rumors of your good humor spread. So basically your actions have, consequences and such, so public opinion apparently liked the joke. I now have 13 people to visit. Let's send the next visitor. You're visited by an armed man who says he will serve you in your army for a few 23 gold. So this is probably a soldier. We're gonna refuse this enlistment. The man leaves disappointed. Sorry, but no money really for you. Send in the next visitor. Your guards bring forward a man who is accused of being part of a small gang of bandits on the outskirts of your land. I could throw him to the dungeons, I could release him. Well, he's a bandit, so you know what we're gonna do. Man leaves. Alright, you are visited by a hedge knight. My king, I wish to traverse the realm, doing good deeds in selecting your name. Well, we can allow him the quest, you can refuse or to dungeon with him. Alright, well, on to the quest, I guess. Very well, I shall go on a quest for you. Glad to see it. A cloaked man arrives in your court and claims to be a changeling. He says for a gold coin he can change his face. Give him a gold coins, kill him, send him away to dungeon with him. Let's give him a gold coin. Whatever. Don't really care. Send him away. Alright, well, I'm gonna basically tell him to keep out the rabble. My guards, if I want to, can tell, no I've seen visitors and stuff like that. Let's actually go keep out the rabble. There's only one person waiting. You're visited by a disgruntled soldier who claims his pay is too low and wants a bonus of 20 gold, or he'll quit and fight for someone else. You can agree to pay gold, refuse the bonus to dungeon with him, or execute the man for treason. You can refuse the bonus, I guess. He bids you good fortune in the wars to come. You later hear word that he's gone to join the rebels. Well, that bastard. I should have executed him, I guess. Oh well. Call a meeting of the Council of Aslona, I guess. Since there's no one else waiting. So you call a meeting of the Council of Aslona. Your two staff arrive and take seat and the meeting begins. So you can basically, I want bigger harvest. How can we combat the rebels? The Mire groups are stealing too much money. What are our sources of income should I be looking at? How can we help the Demon Horde? I want to gain more lands, I want more trade, I want to be more liked. Blah blah. Well, let's see here. I want a bigger harvest, I think. So head to my old scroll basically says, slaves are an option. Slaves will work the fields just like peasants. Also, building a shrine to the harvest always helps. If you build up the grand temple of the harvest, you will never have bad crops. It's definitely the best option. And Hydra says, it's not the best route, but if there's a request of desperation, you might look to overwork the peasants. Set longer harvest hours. It will be found among the other policies in the laws and land scrolls. So basically, if you want, you can change the laws for your guys. Alright, I want to get more land, I want more trade and stuff like that. All our troops. Increase the wages of your troops will draw in more men to a job. So, more wages, more they want to fight for you, I guess. I've seen men for hire in the Thick Blood Tavern. Perhaps try there. Good to know. Alright, so basically get some information from these guys about stuff going on in your place. We're going to end the meeting. And there's no one waiting for me at this point, so let's just exit there. Alright, so that's basically the front room. We can basically do stuff there. Let's go change some laws, I guess. So your head scribe is brought before you. He unravels a fresh scroll eagerly, awaiting your new laws and edicts. So basically you can change like the stuff on tax and such. So basically you can change the taxes here. Your scribe pulls out the scroll of taxes and salaries and prepares to make amends to it. So gallon tax of 1,000 gold per turn. Banking tax is that much there. Land tax, blah blah. Alright, so let's see here. Ooh, there's evil policies, you have to look at those. So basically, you can declare pillaging. Your soldiers can pillage common folk and get a cut of the loot. You can declare curfew, more arrests. You can declare a breathing tax, extra money from people. That's kind of stupid, but whatever. Declare a walking tax. Declare Aslona a slave kingdom and enslave all the people. Well, I could do that. I am a bandit, but I'm not that evil, I don't think, so... Let's see here. Let's declare curfew, I think. You declare a curfew. Anyone caught outside after it will be arrested. So probably doesn't like that too much, but whatever. Alright, so it's like social policy and stuff like that. You can say honest report if you want to, but I'm not going to worry about that just yet. Alright, so that's a little bit about that right there. Now you can basically do stuff as you know, keep going along. And like you can end your turn if you want to. Let's just end our turn for now, I think. Alright, so basically nothing interesting is happening in the realm recently. My king basically gets you some orders if you want, so the rebels we're currently at war with, and you know, the Band Horde we basically have a truce with. We're basically at war with the Goblin Kingdoms of Krut, but not Arat. And we basically have more or less good relations with everyone except for a giant land and a distinguished free city of Zenar, apparently. Well, I have to deal with the rebels, so let's start attacking them, I guess. Good, the rebels are scum, sir. How should we attack them? So you can do a skirmish, basically a quick battle with the least chance of casualties. You can raid their lands, plunder goods, but with some risk. Or you can capture rebel lands, but with a high chance of fatality. Let's do a quick skirmish, I think. How many do we wish to send? Max 55. We're going to send 30 peasants out, I guess. We're going to send 6 soldiers out. And I've only got one knight, but we'll send him out to basically lead the charge. How many bands do we wish to scan out? We got max 300, so we'll send out all of them. So, a skirmish is a good way to weaken the enemy with little risk. A wise choice indeed. Your men arrive at the rebels' territory and prepare for the battle that will soon take place. As you head forward, you spot a rebel war camp. The enemy quickly emerges and the battle begins. So there's like, you know, quick, like, you know, bit of information on what basically happens. So basically, one of your bands is killed, a peasant is killed, blah blah. It keeps going like this for a while. Alright, so basically, the skirmish was a failure and your men were slain. So I basically didn't send enough. The rebels had a lot of losses, but, you know, they basically managed to, like, you know, deal with my guys as they came at them. Unfortunately. Oh well. Sir, you're being attacked by Krut. Do you want to watch the battle take place? We can watch the battle. So our generals were crushed and our lands were captured. But that's basically it for me. And then we're basically gone. So there's probably a lot more to that game, but you know, I just basically want to show off a little bit what it's all about. Basically, like, you manage a kingdom and then like you do battles and stuff like that. If you're interested in that sort of thing, it might be something to check out. There's going to be probably our Let's Plays for it, but for now I'm done with it. So hopefully you guys enjoyed and take care.